Trump has just cut off all contact with the Prime Minister of Israel. This is unbelievable. Trump's foreign policy decisions in the Middle East over the last week have been astonishing me. I don't know what to think, but I wanted to make this video to go over all these decisions that Trump's been making that make it appear as if ties between him and Netanyahu have been quickly deteriorating. First of all, there was a foreign spy in the topmost level of the Trump administration who Trump appointed to be his national security advisor. His name is Mike Walls, and Trump booted him from being national security advisor after he learned that Walls had been secretly coordinating with Israel behind the Trump administration's back on potentially striking Iran. Striking Iran would send the United States spiraling into war, a war nobody needs and nobody wants, not even Trump, who's been denying Israel's many requests to strike nuclear sites in Iran. Instead, Trump's been negotiating with Iran and having talks with the government. On top of this, Trump just brokered a truce with Yemen in a deal that excluded Israel, allowing Yemen to continue their blockade of shipping towards Israel and also stop them from being illegally bombed by the US military. If we remember, Yemen is doing this in solidarity with the Palestinians in Gaza. They said that as long as there's not a ceasefire, they will continue this blockade. This is crazy to me because Trump just spent the last couple months bombing the hell out of Yemen and slaughtering countless innocent civilians there. But I guess it's all over. He is totally unpredictable, but right now it appears like Trump is doing foreign policy in the Middle East without Israel. This is insane. He's about to reportedly announce a separate Gaza peace plan that is his own that he hasn't even consulted Israel on. This would totally circumvent Netanyahu's government. I'm certain this plan will be atrocious, inhumane, and unacceptable. I don't have high hopes, but nevertheless, the Trump administration has also been in secret direct negotiations with the Palestinian resistance. They didn't even tell Israel. The Biden administration never did this at all. In addition to this, we have reportedly dropped our requirement that the Palestinian resistance disarm themselves in order to meet conditions for a permanent ceasefire. We've also dropped the requirement of Saudi Arabia to normalize ties with Israel so we can broker a nuclear energy deal with them. Sources from the Gulf are also debating rumors on whether Trump wants to recognize a Palestinian state in the near future. They're saying he wants to. I don't know how true any of this is, but what I do know is that Trump's planning to visit the Middle East next week in a trip that he declined an invitation from Israel to visit them. Pete Hegseth, his defense secretary, also canceled his trip to Israel to join Trump on this. One other thing I think that's a little less important but still relevant is that Trump posted a video of somebody calling Netanyahu a deep, dark son of a bitch. So how do we interpret this? Like I said, Trump is very unpredictable. A lot of the things I just said, I never expected the Trump administration to even consider in a million years. I thought we'd be bombing the people of Yemen forever. But now here we are. So I think the first concrete thing we could take away from this is that the Biden administration was terrible. They never asked Israel for a ceasefire one single time. Trump's got a ceasefire, a temporary ceasefire, done, and he's continuing to pressure Israel to do a ceasefire right now. On top of this, we know that the Biden administration is now completely ideologically aligned with the goals of Israel. And I don't think that there's a zero chance that he will get another ceasefire because he's continuing to talk with the Palestinian resistance. And now he's got, for certain, some sort of beef with Netanyahu. I don't know. We don't know how long this will last or how far this will go. But this is good because we understand that Israel could not be carrying out this ethnic cleansing. They could not be sustaining their system of apartheid. They could not be perpetrating this genocide against the Palestinians were it not for American political support, weapons, and money. And anything that works to chip away and undermine this special relationship with the state of Israel is good. One of the theories that explains Trump's behavior is that he wants to distance himself from Netanyahu as he recognizes that his support for Israel has been undermining his support domestically in America. Americans don't like Israel anymore. And now that the Israeli war cabinet is enacting the final solution for Palestinians, he wants to step away from that perhaps. This final solution that Israel approved for Gaza ends with the permanent Zionist occupation of the Strip and the ethnic cleansing of its Palestinian inhabitants. Maybe he's done with Netanyahu. Maybe he just hates Netanyahu and wants to kind of punish him and show he's the big guy in the Middle East. Maybe this is an ego thing. Netanyahu's been manipulating him. He put his guy into the Trump administration and he got caught for it. And Trump can't handle that. Even MAGA at this point is saying Trump is not America first, he's Israel first. They're calling him Netanyahu's butler for pulling out that chair. both times when Netanyahu visited the White House. Maybe this is just some short-term behavior to make it look like he's not so pro-Israel because of his trip to the Middle East, where he wants to make a bunch of deals with maybe Iran, with Saudi Arabia, we know. He is so unpredictable. We will just have to wait and see what happens next. I'm curious to see if this truce with Yemen lasts, if he does announce a plan separate from Israel on Gaza, if he does announce that he wants to support an independent Palestinian state. That would be insane to hear. Please share to get this message out there. And if you would like to support the continuation of my work as I attend college and live in my first apartment, I rely on you guys a lot and I appreciate you. Thank you, and free Palestine.